This is the Leitmotif and Movement Podcast, a father and son's journey into the vast worlds of music. I'm your host, Mike Ficklin, and joining me on this epic musical journey is my son,
Michael Ficklin.
This show is dedicated to the discussion of music and introducing Michael to music from the past and present. We discuss music mainly from the genres of rock, hard rock, and heavy metal. We also, from time to time, dive into film and video game scores, and we sprinkle in some surprises along the way. Michael, what have you been listening to lately?
I got some vinyls and some CDs for Christmas. Standout ones that I've been listening to the most: Coheed and Cambria's Good Apollo Volume 1. I don't feel like saying the whole entire thing. It is a very long name. Also, Incubus Make Yourself. And I listened to Opeth's Blackwater Park for the first time.
What'd you think of Opeth's Blackwater Park?
I really liked it.
It's good stuff.
Especially on vinyl.
Any favorite songs?
I don't have any yet. But
Okay.
Also, one, I've only listened to it once. Two, I was not looking at the track list. Three, it was hard to follow because they kept on looping itself.
Yeah, you hit a spot where it kept repeating one of the songs. We'll see if the brushing of the vinyl fixed it next time you listen to it.
Okay.
What else? Anything else?
Oh yeah, I listened to AC/DC's Back in Black.
Oh yeah? What'd you think about that?
I liked it, especially on vinyl.
Any particular favorite songs from that?
I gotta look at the track list again.
I like that record. That's my personal favorite AC/DC record.
Well,
Lots of good tunes on there.
It's one of the most popular albums.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hellbells, Shoot to Thrill, of course, Back in Black, and You Shook Me All Night Long.
Yeah, You Shook Me All Night Long is a really good song. Really good song. Anything else?
Oh yeah, I listened to P3 or Periphery 3 Select Difficulty.
Good stuff.
And I listened to P5.
You got a record player, well, actually a whole stereo for Christmas. It's got a record player, CD player, cassette player. I think you can Bluetooth through it. Pretty nice.
Yeah. I haven't tried the Bluetooth. I may try it.
Yep, for me, it's been really, really busy. It's that time of year with it being around Christmas and stuff. So it's really hard to try to find time to listen to music. I mean, the most music I listened to really over the last few weeks is Christmas music, and that's mainly because that's all your mom has played in the car whenever we go on car trips. Is Christmas music. What's that?
What? You don't like listening to NSYNC a whole bunch?
No. No. I mean, I do like some Christmas music, but some of that stuff is just not my cup of tea at all.
The classics are the only correct ones, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I prefer Frank Sinatra, Andy Williams, Elvis Presley. Those are my personal favorites, and the ones that I return to over and over again. As a novelty, I really like the Chipmunks too, just because they remind me of being a kid, and they kind of bring back warm feelings of being a kid. So I do like them here and there. And I really like another novelty song, that SpongeBob's song, Don't Be a Jerk, just because it makes me giggle. Good stuff. I also listened to a little bit of baby metal, and this is the first time I'm actually mentioning on the show because I've been listening to them off and on for a while now. I can't really classify what they are. They're this
There's something.
weird mix of metal music and J-pop. It's something that you would think doesn't work. It shouldn't work. But for some bizarre reason for me, it works. I certainly wouldn't classify them as metal. It probably is closer to J-pop, but it's still interesting. I think what interests me about it is how they're able to mix the pop sensibilities with the heavy metal music. It's weird and interesting. I also listened to the Winery Dogs debut record, the self-titled one. I love that record. It's one of my all-time favorites. So many good songs on that.
It's a great record. I have it on my giant playlist, and it comes on every once in a while.
Yeah. It's such a good record. Virtuoso musicians all. If you've never heard the Winery Dogs, you owe it to yourself to at least check out that first record.
You won't regret
Billy Sheehan on bass, Mike Portnoy on drums, and Richie Kotzen on guitar and vocals. It's amazing. That first record is so good. And the other thing that I listened to, and what made me listen to it, is because you were listening to it, was Blackwater Park by Opeth. It's my favorite Opeth record anyway, so I don't need much of an excuse to listen to it, but I was listening to it anyway, so...
Another interesting thing that we heard over the past week is we saw Journey, part of Journey playing at the 49ers game. We didn't go to it, but we saw it on TV.
Yeah, I mean, we only caught just a couple of seconds of it.
But I find it interesting.
Would you like to see them live sometime?
Yeah, that'd be a fun band to see live.
We might have to go check them out sometime. Next time they come through.
And also, I forgot one thing. I listened to the Foo Fighters' greatest hits on CD.
Yep, lots of good stuff on there, too.
Yeah, I've had the Pretender stuck in my head for the past, day or so.
Oh, yeah? That's not the one that sticks in my head.
Best of You?
Yeah, that one's been stuck in my head for a minute. I do like that song quite a bit. Although the album that's from isn't my favorite Foo Fighters record, I still like that song. I like the message of that song.
We all know which one's your favorite.
Do you?
The Color of the Shape. Or whatever.
Yeah, The Color and the Shape.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like that's everybody's favorite record from them, be honest. Be my guess.
I don't know. Some people prefer the first Foo Fighters record, the self-titled record. There's a lot of good stuff on there, too.
Now I'm curious now. Let's see which record is most popular on Spotify. It is The Color and the Shape.
Yeah, I figured. Is it by a wide margin?
It does not tell me exactly.
It just says what's...
Yeah, it says just popular releases.
It makes sense. There's so many good songs off The Color and the Shape.
The second is Echoes and Silence and Patience and Grace.
Yep. Makes sense. Okay, Michael. Anything else before we move on?
No.
Okay. So we'll move into the Art of Discovery. This is our segment where we take a listen to some bands that are either unsigned or just not getting the love that we feel they deserve. We've got a fantastic selection for you, and we're going to kick things off with a blackened death metal band from Sweden. These are our friends Against I with their brand new song, Darkness Within. And once again, that was Against I with their new song Darkness Within. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, tfreco.bandcamp.com. Michael, what'd you think about that?
That was pretty good. Awesome. Amazing.
Blistering and hard as hell, man.
Yes. Definition.
I know that they've got a new record coming out this year. I'm looking forward to hearing more from it.
Same.
All right. For our next track, we've got a new progressive metal band out of Ontario, Canada. This is Octavium with their song Peaceful Empire.
Earth was lost to Holocaust. No way back or face attack. Human race flees in disgrace. Damned to wander out of space. Star wind sailing fast, we see the bridge at last. Uncharted worlds in our reach. Soon their secrets may they teach. Greet us all with open thought. Wake the light that time forgot. Message rings in psychic fire. Join us in our peaceful empire. Can we trust another empire? Can we trust another empire?
And once again, that was Octavium with their song Peaceful Empire. You can purchase their music from the iTunes store. Michael, what'd you think about that?
It was amazing.
Good stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like they denoted, they are a new band, so I'm looking forward to hearing more from them.
Yes.
Good stuff. All right, our last song comes from a post-prog modern metal band out of Amiens, France. This is March of Scylla with their song Ulysses Lies. And once again, that was March of Scylla with their song Ulysses Lies. That comes from their record titled Andromeda. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, marchofscylla.bandcamp.com. Michael, that song kicks all kinds of ass. What'd you think?
It does. It does.
Instant playlist, man. All right. We would like to thank all of the bands that we featured on The Art of Discovery. If you would like to be featured in The Art of Discovery, feel free to reach out to us through one of our various social media profiles, or you can email us at lightmovepod@gmail.com. And if we like what we hear, we'd be happy to play you on the show. All right, now we're going to get into our main topic of the episode. We're going to break down the soundtrack to the 1991 video game Final Fantasy IV, as composed by Nobuo Uematsu. Michael, I have been really looking forward to this. The Final Fantasy IV original sound version, which was a compilation of almost all of the music in the game, was originally released by Square and subsequently re-released by NTT Publishing. It was released in North America by Tokyo Pop as Final Fantasy IV official soundtrack, music from Final Fantasy Chronicles with one additional track. It has since been re-released multiple times with slight changes as part of the Final Fantasy Finest box and as Final Fantasy IV DS OST. The music from the soundtrack was overall well received. Reviewers have praised the quality of the original composition despite the limitations of the medium and reacted favorably to the arranged soundtracks. Several tracks, especially Theme of Love, remain popular today and have been performed numerous times in orchestral concert series, as well as being published in arranged and compilation albums by Square, as well as outside groups. So, there was a interesting story behind the creation of this soundtrack. This was an all-new frontier. Final Fantasy IV was the first game in the Final Fantasy series developed for the then new Super Famicom/Super Nintendo. This new 16-bit console offered a far more advanced sound chip compared to the limited 8-bit Nintendo. This allowed Uematsu to move from simple square wave chiptunes to a richer, more orchestral and layered synthesized sound.
That's cool.
Yeah. Uematsu himself noted that composing this soundtrack was an excruciating process of trial and error. He was working with new hardware he didn't fully understand yet, forcing the sound team to spend several nights sleeping in bags at the Square Company headquarters to meet the deadline. The game's lead designer, Takashi Takeda, revealed that the original script for Final Fantasy IV was so vast that 3/4 of it had to be cut due to the memory limitations of the Super Nintendo cartridge. The fact that the story and music still feel so grand and complete is a testament to the team's efficiency and Uematsu's focus on essential themes. Prior Final Fantasy games mostly used music as simple background loops. Final Fantasy IV was the game where Uematsu made the music an integral part of the storytelling, using specific tracks at precise moments to enhance the character's emotions and plot twists. This innovation is now a staple of the entire RPG genre. With that, a little bit of background out of the way, Michael. This soundtrack is quite large. The version of it that we listened to, I believe, had 44 songs on it.
44, yes.
Yep. So, it had 44 songs on it. Usually, we would go through on an album and go track by track and kind of give our thoughts on each track. However, with as large as the soundtrack is, I thought we would hit on some of my favorite tracks from the record and some of the more key plot point tracks. So, as we go through this here, you may go, how the hell did these guys not do this song instead? And I'll apologize for that in advance. I wish that we had the time to do every single song, but we're going to do our best here. We're going to kick things off by talking about the prelude. Michael, let's get your thoughts.
The classic starting up menu music every time you boot up a Final Fantasy. You have to stop and listen. Do you agree?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Every time I turn on a Final Fantasy game, I have to listen to the prelude for at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is I'm trying to think of the word.
It's a
I can't
really
think of the
pretty little arpeggio melody.
word. Yeah,
Absolutely gorgeous.
very pretty.
And the fact that he composed that in like 10 minutes and became one of the most iconic songs of the series, just to me, that's a testament to how great of a songwriter Uematsu is.
So the fact that they were able to fit this much music onto a cartridge with already a whole bunch of like game in it is insane.
Yep.
I'm curious now. I'm doing research. How much storage?
While you're doing that, the prelude in the case of Final Fantasy IV was used in the game's opening menu screen, and as mentioned, it just became an institution and a hallmark of the series. This song instantly identifies a game as being a part of that Final Fantasy series. Its melody enthralls and enchants. It always evokes a feeling of something sacred and mystical. We also hear this song playing in the crystal rooms and during the end screen after the end credits run. Did you find what you were looking for?
It was very small space. Very, very small space.
Oh, you're talking about the total space on an
Yeah.
SNES cartridge?
Yeah, very small.
What was it?
It was like 12 MB.
Yeah, 12 megabytes. Yeah, not much. Not much at all. Amazing by today's standards.
Yeah. I install a game and it's like 100 gigabytes.
Uh-huh.
My poor SSD, it's barely hanging on with like a couple of games on it.
Out of curiosity, Michael, did you finish your playthrough of Final Fantasy IV?
I got a good portion of the way through it. I may go back and finish it.
Did you not like it?
I did like it.
Little slow for your taste?
Yeah, I'm used to playing faster games.
Yeah, more action-oriented games.
Yeah.
The older Final Fantasy games are all turn-based. A little slower, a little more grindy. But I think that endears, at least it endears me to the series.
The grinding part I don't really care much about. It's just how slow it is
Fair enough.
with the turn base.
Fair enough.
Because I play plenty of games where I have to grind stuff. I'm no stranger to it.
Do you have any other thoughts on the prelude?
Nope.
Okay.
Just classic.
So we will move on then to the Red Wings. Michael, what do you have on this?
This sounds like a military march.
Yeah, it does.
I like this. I feel like it fits where it's put very, very well.
It's literally the first song we hear
Yeah.
when the actual game begins. And it's just a banger, man.
Mm-hmm. Good starting.
Yeah. Gets you pumped. It always makes me think of the Imperial March from the Star Wars films as composed by John Williams.
I don't know.
Does it make you think of that? It makes me think of it.
I may have to disagree.
In fact, I list the Red Wings theme among the greatest opening themes to any of the Final Fantasy games. We hear this playing most prominently during the game's opening as the Red Wings attack Mysidia, but it's also mixed into the fanfare that plays during Cecil's transformation into a paladin at Mount Ordeals. And I guess, as we're getting into this here, spoiler alert for like a 34-year-old game.
I can tell you exactly how old
No,
it
it's
is.
about 34 years old.
34.
Yep.
Over 34.
Yep, so spoiler alert for a 34-year-old game.
Yep, exactly 34. Will be 35 next year.
Michael, do you have anything else? Any other thoughts on the Red Wings?
Nope.
All right. Next track we're going to cover is The Kingdom of Baron. Michael, what do you have on this?
I feel like it feels like there's some tension in the air, or there's some sort of tension like in the music. It kind of feels like.
I hear that. There's a bit of an air of mystery.
Yeah. And we hate the king. No support.
We're suspicious of the king, at least.
D1 hate.
This song always makes me think of someone in the military or some sort of covert ops position receiving details of their next mission. It's the drums that really make me feel that way. That snare drum part is very militaristic. To me, this song doesn't seem very regal, especially for it being the theme of a kingdom. We hear this playing while visiting the Kingdom of Baron.
Self-titled.
Any other thoughts on Kingdom of Baron?
We hate the king here.
Speak for yourself. You didn't finish the game, so you don't know any of what's happening there.
I'm gonna be a D1 hater from what I know.
Judging a book by its
D1
cover.
hater. He gave that cover to himself. He literally says, we ask him one question, and he's like, get out of my castle and go kill yourself.
All I'm going to say is you don't know what you don't know.
Go fight the Mist Dragon.
All right, the next track we're going to talk about is probably the most well-known track from this soundtrack. This is the theme of love. Michael, what do you got on this?
So, I'm going to say this has 864,000 plays on Spotify. Just fun fact.
It's quite a few.
Mm-hmm. I really like this. I really like how beautiful it is.
Yeah, it's really pretty melody.
Yes. Very, very pretty.
This is Rosa and Cecil's love theme, and maybe one of the finest songs that Nobuo Uematsu has ever composed. It plucks at my heartstrings when I hear it. It's gentle and patient. The sounds of the harp and violins lend to this very gentle and warm feeling. It's also befitting of the theme of Rosa, since Rosa's role is that of a white mage. They focus on white healing and protective magic. And fun fact, this song is taught to Japanese school children. I thought that was amazing.
That is very cool.
It's a testament to how great of a composer Uematsu is and how popular this song is in particular. Do you have any other thoughts on this one, Michael?
It's just very beautiful.
Gets stuck in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Out of curiosity, have we come across your favorite song yet?
No.
No? Okay. Well, we will move along then.
It wouldn't be song, it'd be peace.
Fair enough, you're correct.
I am the music nerd.
we'll move on to the next piece. This is Prologue. Michael, what do you got on this?
It really fits the setting it's put in. It really feels like it's like preparing you for going out very much, and it fits what it is going for very well.
Yeah. And it's another of the iconic songs from the Final Fantasy series. It's also known as the main theme of Final Fantasy. Has this majestic and triumphant feel to it. There's hope, warmth, and light conveyed in its melody. It's the beckoning call of the hero's journey, and we eagerly answer it with each new Final Fantasy installment. We hear this play as Cecil and Kain leave Baron to go on their shady mission to Mist. It also plays near the end game when the party members who can't join Cecil's final trip to the moon pray to give the main party strength against Zeramus. You also hear it during the end credits.
What?
What are you chuckling about? You didn't finish the game.
It's still insane.
Welcome to a common Final Fantasy trope.
I'm in the underground right now, where I am, and then all of a sudden, all I hear is, towards the end of the game, you're going to the moon.
This is what you get for not finishing. You didn't even have the decency to watch a long play.
A long play?
Yeah.
A long play? That's not what it's called. It's called a playthrough.
Whatever.
Not a long play. I'm having to correct you constantly.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. How many times have I corrected you this episode?
Don't get cocky. My size 10 will turn sideways and go directly up your anus. Michael, do you have anything else regarding the prologue?
Nope.
Okay. The next piece we're going to cover is Welcome to Our Town. Michael, what do you have on this?
Just very peaceful. It is the definition of going into a town.
Yeah. This theme always makes me feel right at home. Again, it's Uematsu. He's terrific with creating this feeling of warmth and welcoming. This theme has a peaceful and idyllic feel to it, similar to the themes one might hear in a film when a cowboy might visit a ranch, or a knight might visit a small idyllic village. Or maybe similar to the Lord of the Rings when we're in Hobbiton early on in the Fellowship of the Ring. The troubles of the outside world have not reached the small town or farm, so it's suitable that we hear this play when visiting most towns in the game.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it does play in, at least the 2 towns I've been in, it's played.
Yeah, it is in most towns. I won't say all towns, but it is in most.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because there's a couple of towns that have their own dedicated themes. All right, Michael, anything else on Welcome to Our Town?
Stop welcoming me. I'm already here.
All right, the next piece we're going to talk about then is the main theme of Final Fantasy IV. Michael, what do you got on this?
It's just a very beautiful piece, and it plays, at least in the first 2 big areas that I've been in. I'm pretty sure it plays even more. I don't know.
How does it make you feel when you hear it?
I don't really know. It's just very peaceful for the environment that you're around.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of motivating in some way. I don't know.
To me, this theme feels like we are going on an adventure. There's a sense of wonder being conveyed. The theme feels big and sweeping. There's a sense of movement with this, especially with the gorgeous arpeggio playing in the background that seems to be driving this track forward. This song always makes me think of diving into some of my favorite fantasy films. I always think of the Never-Ending Story theme when I hear this song. The song plays when traversing the overworld map. It is also used as a leitmotif in different arrangements in other songs, such as Sorrow and Loss, and in the epilogue.
I feel like there's a hint in some of the songs for certain characters.
Yeah,
I feel like it has a little bit of a hint of the main theme.
yeah, Uematsu is known, at least starting here with Final Fantasy IV, with using a lot of leitmotifs. So you may hear songs arranged differently or themes arranged differently in other songs. Yeah, that's one of his favorite things to do. One of the things he's known for. Michael, anything else on the main theme?
I do not.
All right. So the next, actually, two pieces we're going to talk about. It's two different pieces, but I combined them into one because they kind of go hand in hand. We're going to talk about the Battle 1 theme and the fanfare, otherwise known as the Victory Fanfare. Michael, let's start out by talking about that killer bass line. That bass line is what is driving the urgency in this track.
Yeah,
That sense of action and
especially
danger.
in Battle 1, especially in Battle 1.
Yeah. I love the drums on this track too. It's up-tempo, and there's some outstanding fills.
You definitely feel the battle coming to
yeah,
life.
you do.
And then I'll let you. I was gonna say something about the fanfare, but I'll let you continue.
The end of Battle 1, when it goes into that crazy jazzy horn section as the song is about to repeat, reminds me of the similar sound that would play in the 1966 Batman TV series when the scene would change. It's an instantly recognizable and memorable stinger. You hear this battle theme when fighting in most random encounters.
I'm pretty sure in all. At
Most.
least the ones I've encountered. It's battle. Hold off.
What were you going to say about the fanfare?
If you've ever played a Final Fantasy game, you know it.
Yep. Another
It's
one of
the
those
most
iconic
rewarding
pieces.
Sound, the most rewarding sound while you see the XP and Gil pop up.
Yep. And any loot you grabbed. The Victory Fanfare is another Final Fantasy institution. A version of this fanfare appears in all of the mainline Final Fantasy games. It feels happy, joyful, triumphant. Something that you might hear in a sports film when a huge game is won, or at the successful conclusion of a decisive battle in an adventure film.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rewarding.
Mm-hmm. Very, very.
Michael, anything else about either of these pieces?
No.
Okay. So next we're going to talk about the Chocobo theme, also known as Chocobo Chocobo. This is another one of those staples of the Final Fantasy series.
Happy.
Yes,
Best.
upbeat and
Just-
peppy.
Just happy. Best way to put it.
It's kind of quirky. A version of this theme appears in every mainline Final Fantasy, starting
It
with
does?
their first appearance in Final Fantasy II.
It does?
Yep. There's a certain whimsy to the Chocobo theme. To me, it's almost on the verge of being silly. It's a fun, upbeat theme that feels as light and airy as the big yellow birds themselves. We hear this theme play when we're riding on a chocobo on the world map. there's been some really fun versions of this song over the course of the series. This one happens to be one of my favorite versions.
It's so peaceful, though.
Michael, does this song remind you of anything? Does it make you picture anything when you hear it?
No, just peaceful. Just peaceful.
Peaceful?
Yeah,
I hear fun.
peaceful and fun.
Well, I guess it could be peaceful given that when you ride a chocobo, you don't get into any random encounters. So I guess there's
I wonder
that.
if you can ride the chocobo, like if anybody's figured out a way to ride the chocobo into like a boss fight.
No, I don't think so.
I feel like that'd be funny.
At least not on this game.
Riding a chocobo into the moon.
All right, Michael, the next piece we're going to cover is Into the Darkness. What do you got on this?
Just eerie. Eeriness.
Yeah. Eerie, mysterious. This theme plays several times, but always seems to center around when dark things are afoot or when traversing a dark dungeon.
Yeah, it's always when the dungeons when it's happening.
Yeah, it's got that dark chill to it. A bit of an air of scary mystery and intrigue. The arpeggio playing in the background of the track makes me think of sparkling crystals or icicles. I know that those objects don't make sound in real life, but I've heard similar shimmering sounds come from crystals and ice in films or cartoons. We're in dangerous territory when this theme plays. We must be vigilant and prepared to defend ourselves at a moment's notice.
Yeah, the creatures in there like jumping you from behind.
Happens a lot in all the dungeons. Michael, anything else on Into the Darkness?
No.
All right, well, the next piece we'll talk about then is Battle 2. What do you got on that?
It plays whenever you're in a boss fight. I really like it. It fits boss fights very well.
Yeah. The stakes feel properly big as this theme plays out. There's a sense of urgency, danger, and evil. The up-tempo drums and the driving rhythm of the bass line gives us that sense of urgency. The strings have a certain malevolent feel to them. We're in a struggle, and we have to persevere. We need to defeat this evil before it can spread. I love this theme so much. The jazzy feel to it is infectious. And knowing that Uematsu was a huge fan of 70s prog rock makes this song all the more enjoyable. This song would make a killer prog rock song.
You can feel the hint of prog kind of in it.
Yep. Definitely catch the influence. Michael, do you have anything else on Battle 2?
I do not.
Okay. So the next piece we're going to talk about is titled Rydia, and this is the main theme of the character Rydia. What do you got on this, Michael?
This is another very pretty one.
Yeah, it is.
It's very peaceful.
This is my personal favorite theme from the soundtrack. The melody to this song is gentle and innocent like the character herself. There's also an underlying melancholy to it. The harp or strings playing beneath the flute are absolutely gorgeous. The melody coming from the flute is equally beautiful. This theme always plucks at my heartstrings. Uematsu is a master of writing powerful character themes and motifs. These matter so much, especially in the first 6 Final Fantasy games, where there's no voice acting and very little in the way of character expression. Uematsu's themes give these characters their character along with their actions in the game.
Mm-hmm. Us meeting Rydia is kind of sad too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. At least the way
Her
we
story
meet it.
is sad. Quite fitting.
We hate the king.
All right, Michael, let's move on to Mount Ordeals. What do you got on this?
I really like it has like a marching type thing to it with in between the main line or like the bottom line there's like a hit of I don't know exact instrument, but it sounds like a drum of some kind.
Yeah, it's like a snare drum, I think. The
Yeah.
pattern being played on a snare drum, and it kind of gives that military march feeling. This is, of course, the song that plays while we're ascending Mount Ordeals. This song, to me, screams to me that we're going on a quest. The piano provides a driving rhythm, propelling us forward. Uematsu also utilizes some leitmotif here as the main theme from Final Fantasy IV is worked into this song. This version of the main Final Fantasy IV theme feels a bit lighter in tone than the original. It sounds like it's being played on a xylophone. This is a really fun song, and it makes the journey up Mount Ordeals enjoyable.
Is it not enjoyable by itself?
I mean, the end reward is enjoyable. That would be spoiling that part of the game for you, though.
Is it a long climb?
It's not real long. There's some challenging parts to it, but it's not real long. Michael, do you have anything else on Mount Ordeals?
I do not.
Okay. So we'll move on to the next piece, which is Suspicion. This plays at several points in the game where villainous plots or distrust and deception are involved. To me, this song has a mysterious and melodramatic tone to it. It actually makes me think about some of the soap operas my mom and grandmother watched when I was a kid. Something sinister is happening, insert appropriately melodramatic music. It makes me smile to think about it that way, despite the dark intonation of the song. What do you think, Michael?
It gives me exactly what it's named. Complete suspicion of when it, like, what's happening at that situation when it plays.
Something underhanded is going on.
Yeah. Something I don't know about is going on. And it ain't correct.
All right. The next piece we're going to check out is Golbez, Clad in Darkness. I'm not sure you played long enough to get introduced to Golbez.
I did not.
Yeah. So this is the theme of the secondary antagonist of the game. This theme has a big, over-the-top feel to it. It's fitting for the clad in dark armor villain. The theme is driven by an organ riff that sounds like it could have been written by the devil himself in the very fires of hell.
It makes me think of, like, you're going into, like, a haunted castle with,
Yeah.
like, a vampire.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. It's like playing a Castlevania game. You know, in fact...
I think you're alone on that one for
No.
me.
No, definitely not.
Well, between the two of us, you're alone on that.
All right, well, that's fair. You've probably never played a Castlevania game. You probably don't even know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Uncultured swine.
You're an uncultured swine.
Yeah, in fact, the organ riff reminds me very much of the music being composed and played by the Phantom in the Phantom of the Opera musical. It's dark and discordant and evil. The opening of the song is a declaratory statement, very similar to the music that accompanies the introduction of Darth Vader in Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. It's a fantastic villainous theme. Michael, is this your favorite song?
Well, we've actually passed. It's not song, it's piece.
Is it your favorite?
No.
No?
We've actually passed it. I wasn't thinking about it. I want you to guess.
Well, just because it was my favorite, I'm going to guess Rydia's theme.
It is. Okay. No. I'm going to break down the. It's within the first 10
It's within the first 10.
songs that we covered.
I'm going to go Battle 1, The Fanfare.
Close. That's probably my second.
Okay. So Chocobo then?
No.
No? I don't know. What was it?
Okay, then let me narrow it down a bit more. It's within the first 5 tracks.
Is it the theme of love?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. It's a good choice. Very good choice.
I had to narrow it down so far for you.
I was trying to think of something that I figured you would like. Sometimes you get a little weird about the sappy stuff. Someday
Nobody
you might
said it was
appreciate
sappy.
those. Okay, fair enough. All right, well, let's move along from Golbez, and we're going to get to another character theme. This is Hey Sid. Michael, what do you got on this?
This is kind of just happy. Best way to
Yeah,
put
it is. It's a fun little march.
Who's saying hey?
I think it's meant to be anybody saying hello to Sid. Yeah, the snare and the bass line move this song right along. While the song is the character theme for Sid Polendina, it is also used in a few instances where the party is preparing for a mission. It feels like a military march with its marching beat and the horns. It also feels like it fits Sid the Tinkerer and Builder perfectly. The beat could be construed as the sounds of Sid's hammer thumping as he is building something, maybe even working on the airship. But of course, you didn't get to the airship, and nor did you really get to a part where Sid really matters in the game, so...
Okay, it's not my fault. I got bored of the turn base.
Hold up. You have known for literal months that this game was coming. In fact, we postponed this episode several times. You knew this was coming.
It's not my fault that I got bored of the turn base.
Nope. Not accepting that, sir.
I am accepting that.
All right. Next piece we're going to talk about is another of my favorites. This is the battle with the 4 fiends.
Oh, I thought it said friends.
No.
It looks like friends. If you look at it fast enough.
Yeah, it's just missing the R. This is one of the epics on the soundtrack. This plays when we're battling any of the 4 fiends. That opening makes me think of something sinister and horrific approaching. The sharp, sort of stabbing phrases remind me of music you might hear in a slasher film. It feels like you're in the fight of your life. There's an urgency and a feeling of unease, maybe even fear.
Dad referencing slasher films?
Yeah.
Legendary moment.
These fights against the 4 fiends are fearsome and dangerous. Uematsu's theme for these terrifying foes is perfectly apropos. Outstanding song.
Mm-hmm. It's very... Yeah, I will agree, it's very sinister. But it's very upbeat.
Well, yeah, because it's...
Yeah.
You're fighting for your life. There's an urgency there.
You know, I like the peaceful music, you know? When I'm fighting for my life. I'll be in the middle of war listening to the most peaceful song on earth.
Listening to something serene.
Making my way downtown.
Uh-huh. You just lost all credibility with that.
You know, some of my generation actually appreciates that.
Always knew there was something wrong with your generation.
It's mostly used for memes. Like making jokes about people using the most peaceful songs during the most like tense situations.
I guess. That's all? That's all you had?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. 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 Yes.
All right. Well, then we're going to move into the next piece, which is the airship, which you never got to witness.
Yeah, I didn't.
Michael, what do you got on this song?
It's very upbeat and it's kind of like exciting in some way.
Yeah, that's a good description. Fair description. This is the song that plays when we take flight in the airship. And this is another song that really makes me think about the never-ending story, The Flight of Falcor. It's up-tempo, which matches the speed that the airship moves in-game. There's a feeling of freedom, triumph, and adventure that this song gives off. It's a fun song, and one of my favorites from the soundtrack by far. The next piece we're going to talk about here is the theme for the Tower of Zot. When I hear this song, it reminds me of Star Wars. I think of the approach of the Millennium Falcon to the Death Star. It's massive, awesome, and terrifying. It's a symbol of oppression and military strength. It's a fortress of evil that our heroes must conquer to save the planet. What do you think, Michael? What do you think when you hear this?
I get a instant like feeling of like sinister off it.
Yeah.
And like scariness and nervousness and
Yeah.
all that. All fear.
Unease.
Yeah. But I don't get where you're getting these Star Wars references. I don't get it.
You very clearly just haven't had enough experience with the Star Wars films or with these games to see the mirrors between the two of them.
Maybe the games. But I've watched plenty of Star Wars in my lifetime. And you cannot say I haven't.
You didn't get to this part of the game.
Yeah.
So.
But still, you can't say I haven't had enough experience with Star Wars. I've had plenty. I've probably watched most of the movies over
I would use the word
20
watch
times.
pretty loosely. Usually there's a device in your hand or
No,
the laptop or
I'm
something
usually
else is
watching-
drawing your
No,
attention.
No. I'm usually watching it. You cannot. We are not having this argument. I am usually watching it.
I think if you had played through the whole game, you would have seen the similarities between the game and Star Wars. All right, well, I think we're heading towards the home stretch here, Michael. We got a few more pieces that we're going to check out here. The next one is the theme from the Land of Summons. And this clearly plays when we're visiting the Land of Summons. There's a certain melancholy to this song. There's also a peaceful serenity to it. Perhaps the sense of melancholy comes from the fact that our tragic heroine, Rydia, calls this place home for a time. Time flows differently here, so she grows into a young adult at an accelerated pace and learns to master her job as a summoner. Michael, what do you think of when you hear this song?
Just peacefulness and happiness.
I don't know if I hear happy, but I definitely hear peaceful.
But I also feel like there's like a sinister feeling growing.
I could see that. Sinister or mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. The next piece we'll check out is the theme for the Lunar Whale. This plays when you acquire and use the Lunar Whale. The Lunar Whale is what we use to traverse from the planet to the moon. This song again feels triumphant. There's a sense of high adventure and wonder. It makes me think of Luke Skywalker boarding his X-Wing and going into battle against the Death Star with the Rebellion. It's a grand piece of music for a grand, ancient piece of technology. How about you, Michael?
It feels like you succeeded in something
Yeah,
to me.
a little bit of triumphant music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Anything else on that?
Not. I think you said it all, basically.
The next piece, then, is the Lunarians. And this is the theme of the Lunarian people. There's this air of mystery and wonder with this piece. It's fitting, as the Lunarians provide a great deal of background for Cecil and Golbez. They reveal the connection of the two men and their origins. They also reveal the true villain of the game. I think of visiting a strange new world or a voyage into space when I hear this song. Perfectly fitting for science fiction films like Star Trek, Star Wars, Flash Gordon, and many others.
You want to know? I get a feeling of the very first opening music to the very first Final Fantasy. I get a feeling of it
Yeah?
with the prelude.
Are you talking about like the
first one.
Yeah, the prologue? Yeah.
Or prelude of the first Final Fantasy game.
You're talking about the prelude.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It gives me a feeling of that.
Yeah, a bit.
Through it.
Yeah, I could see
and
that.
also is a sense of mystery.
Yeah, it's a good comparison. The next piece we listen to is Within the Giant. And this plays during a late game sequence when the party infiltrates the Giant of Babel to confront the main antagonist, Zemus. The bass line on this song propels us forward. The party is on an urgent mission and must move with all haste. Feels like a final desperate bid to stop the evil of Zemus. The music feels desperate and heroic. The party is being pushed towards its destiny.
Mm-hmm.
What's this make you feel, Michael?
It gives me a sense of me wanting to push forward and continue.
Yeah.
And also it gives like a sinister type feel more you listen to it and listen closely to that like back line.
Yeah, I could see that. You got anything else on that?
Nope.
Okay. So we're down to our final two pieces that we're listening to. The next one is titled The Final Battle. Michael, what do you have on this?
It's very upbeat and like immediately you're feeling the power of trying to beat that boss.
For sure. There's an urgency to it.
Yeah.
This is obviously the song that plays during the climactic fight against the final boss, Zeromus. Uematsu uses his progressive rock influences on this epic, and it's so satisfying. There's a sense of terror, fear, and desperation, but there's also hope and heroism. Zeromus is no pushover. He's relentless and horrifying. The party has to use every bit of cunning, magic, and might they have to defeat the powerful evil. Zeromus gets his attacks in. He may even wipe out a party member or two, but still, hope and love persists. The party must overcome this darkness. Uematsu is at his absolute best here. Amazing piece.
Yes.
I love the song.
Very upbeat, and you are definitely feeling it.
Yep. Absolutely epic. All right. The final piece that we listened to is actually the final piece on the soundtrack. This is Epilogue. And this plays during the terrific closing cutscenes of the game. Michael, what do you got?
The beginning is very depressing, and then it gets into more happy and celebration.
Yeah.
The celebration kind of leads through the rest of the song.
Yeah. Again, it's Uematsu's music does all the talking for the characters. This 11.5-minute epic is sweeping, epic, and beautiful.
How did they fit 11 minutes onto like a 12 MB?
Made it work. Compression is your friend.
They gotta do some serious compression. Holy.
Yep. And like all the best fairy tale films, the heroes prevail and move on to a bright future. There's an emotional finality to it. There's a sense of closure as we say goodbye to the heroes of the story. We get to see a glimpse of what the future holds for each of them. This is akin to the closing theme and scene to Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. Uematsu utilizes leitmotifs again here, incorporating the theme of love, the prologue, and the Red Wings into the song. It's beautifully orchestrated, and it's a perfect close to the 16-bit masterpiece that is Final Fantasy IV. Michael, any other thoughts on that one?
Just amazing ending.
Yep.
Probably the most fun I've had playing a single-player game in a minute.
Okay. Excellent.
Now, I did not complete it, which partially is my fault, but it was fun.
Well, with that said then, Michael, you want to give us your final thoughts and your score out of 5?
Awesome game. I really suggest that you play it. If you haven't, I really like this soundtrack and all the pieces that is on it. Amazing, amazing 5 out of 5.
Michael gives it a 5 out of 5. For me, let me just start by saying that Nobuo Uematsu is an absolute legend in my mind. There's 2 composers that have inspired me more than any others, John Williams and Nobuo Uematsu. The soundtrack to Final Fantasy IV is Uematsu really starting to flex his musical muscles. Yes, he created some incredible soundtracks for the first 3 Final Fantasy games, but his first foray into creating music on the SNES is such an incredibly memorable one. I love that he leans on his love for 70s prog rock on some of the songs, such as Battle 2 and the incredible The Final Battle theme. There's beauty to be found in songs like the theme of love and Rydia's theme. The Final Fantasy IV soundtrack also represents the first time that Uematsu made the music an important part of the storytelling. He uses certain tracks to convey the emotions of the characters or to build up plot twists. Uematsu would go on to create more incredible soundtracks for the Final Fantasy series, some that are now considered legendary. However, for me, Final Fantasy IV is Uematsu's first masterpiece, and it gets a 5 out of 5 from me as well. And with that said, we do want to hear from you. We want to know what's your favorite track on the Final Fantasy IV soundtrack and why.
Bonus question for me. Which Final Fantasy game is your favorite?
I'd be curious to hear that answer also. Michael, anything else before we close up our conversation on this?
Nope.
Okay. So now we'll move into our Can't Wait segment. This is where we discuss a little bit about the music that's coming up here over the next couple of weeks. I've only got one album on my radar currently, coming out on January 9th. Alter Bridge's self-titled new record comes out, and that's really all that I've got, at least over the next couple of weeks. I'm sure some other stuff is probably going to pop up, but it is the beginning of the year, so things will start trickling in as we get going into the year here. Michael, anything you're looking forward to hearing?
I'm waiting for that 7 Dozen Carnival record.
Got a little bit of a wait still. All right. And we did get a piece of listener feedback that I would like to share. Bragging Rights, I Am Violence on Instagram DM'd us and said, "Hey guys, thanks again for this year and helping me find an audience with my music. Thanks for the great reviews as well. I've really appreciated all you've done. And before I get super busy tomorrow and inevitably forget, I just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas from my family to yours." Merry Christmas. And thank you very much.
Christmas.
It's our honor and it's a privilege really to be able to play your music for our listeners and to introduce our listeners to your music and hopefully drive them to helping you out here. We really enjoy what you do. We're looking forward to hearing more.
Yep.
All right, and now we'll move into our final segment. This is Michael's journey discovering a song from the past. And this time, we're going to get Michael's thoughts on Adam Ant's Goody Two Shoes. Goody Two Shoes was the debut solo single from Adam Ant and was released on May 7th, 1982. It became Ant's third overall #1 in the UK, the other two being from his band Adam and the Ants, and his highest charting song in the US, where it peaked at number 12. The song's lyrics are satirical, mocking the UK tabloid press and their obsession with Ant's clean lifestyle. In 1983, the year-end chart performance for Goody Two Shoes had it rank at number 36 on the Canada Top Singles chart. It ranked number 51 on the US Billboard Hot 100. In 1982, it charted at number 40 in Australia and at number 100 in the Netherlands. Its peak position in the US was at number 7 on the Billboard Top Tracks and number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100. And it looks like it hit number 1 on the UK singles chart and Australia. And with that little background out of the way, Michael, let's get your thoughts on this song.
It's very upbeat and just fun song. I really like all the instruments and everything that is used on this. It's amazing.
It's a lot of fun.
Amazing. And it adds up to be very, very fun.
Yeah, for me, this is such a fun song. It has a rockabilly swing band feel to it. It reminds me a bit of bands like Stray Cats. I love the drum sound on the song. It sounds big and drives the infinitely danceable rhythm of the song. I also really enjoy the horn section. In combination with the rockabilly guitar work, it just makes the song sound like a party at one of those upscale clubs in a noir film. Adam Ant's vocal delivery has that 50s rockabilly style to it. There's a sarcastic sneer to it as he delivers the satirical lyrics to the song. The simple chorus of "Don't drink, don't smoke, what do you do?" and its simple melody is so damn catchy that you just can't keep from singing along. I have really fond memories of my dad singing this song to me playfully on many occasions. Adam Ant delivers one of the best songs of the 80s here, no question. Michael, let's get your rating out of 5 on this one.
5.
5. Perfect show for Michael. All right, Michael, up next for you, we're going to talk about, I guess I should say up next for your journey, we're going to talk about the impressions, It's All Right. And for our main topic on the next episode, we're going to be discussing an album that I know you've been looking forward to talking about. We're going to talk about Finch's 2002 debut record, What It Is to Burn.
What is it?
I don't know. Why don't you check with me after I eat some wings?
No, I don't feel like that.
With that said, we want to hear from you. We will read your emails and messages on the show. We have only one request. Keep them clean. There are several ways to contact us. You can email us at lightmovepod@gmail.com. You can also reach us on several social media platforms, such as Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads. Details on how to connect with us are in the show notes. We are part of the SPDM Crew Podcast Network. Check out all of the podcasts on the network by visiting spdmcrew.com.
If you like the show, subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform and share with your friends and family. We are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and a variety of other platforms. We are also on YouTube. Can't find us on your chosen platform? Shoot us a message and let us know. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This helps us be found in the algorithm. Make them good and we'll read them on the air. Are you in a band and you'd like for us to check you out and possibly drop a recommendation on the show? Shoot us a message. We'd love to check you out and give you a shout. We'd like to thank you very, very much for listening to the Leitmotif and Movement podcast.
Take care and enjoy music.